businesses fail, right? And so we wanted to kind of know your opinion because you've had this business for a while. And, what are the things that you've seen or noticed or, from businesses of why they fail?
Yeah, I'd say, actually, let me back up a little bit. So some context on my answer is this. I already told you what I really care about is helping businesses become profitable. That's the point of why I do what I do. But when you think, how does a business become profitable? My perspective, going back to 2007, I think, that ballpark, was how can I help businesses become profitable? Well, marketing. Every business needs leads. Mm-hmm. Leads turns into sales. Sales turns into helping you become more profitable. So for me, it was very logical to go into the marketing perspective of helping businesses become profitable. Exactly. But I would say that what I often see is even if I were to help a business get leads, who's to say that business is actually good at sales or quality customer service or quality product or service? If they're not good at running a business, they will fail. And so really, I would say one of the biggest problems that will impact a business's success is oftentimes they have no idea what they're doing. So what happens is the business owner, they do something they're really good at. Let's just say I use restaurants as an example. Maybe I'm the chef. I'm good. I've been cooking. I'm really good at cooking. I got in it, and then I'm like, why am I paying all the money to the guy upstairs when I'm the one doing all the work? Yep. I know how to do the work.
Exactly.
People like me, they come from me, and so then I, as the chef, say, I'm just going to start my own restaurant. Yep. So then I go over to start my own restaurant, and I know how to cook. Yep. I am a great cook. And so I
test that sometime.
Start cooking. Yeah, absolutely. Well, fictitious. So I go out there and then I start my restaurant. And then what I'm good at is cooking. What I'm not necessarily good at is sales, bookkeeping, marketing, figuring out how to build a business and run a business. And then I go from 40 hours a week to 60 hours a week, and I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing. Then I get fatigue, I get burnout, So the problem is starting a business without actually knowing what you're doing. Because why would you? So unless your job is a business consultant or business coach helping businesses get going, unless that's your role, if you leave a company and start your own company, you probably have no idea what you're doing. And so the biggest problem is just not knowing what to do. And if you don't know what your obstacle is, how are you going to overcome it?
That's perfect, and that ties into the second question as well. As what are some of the common challenges made in the beginning stages of a business? 1 to 2 years. What, in your opinion, based on the businesses that you have worked with, what is that? What does that look like?
Sure. So I have no idea what my goals are. I want to make more money. Okay,
that's everybody's goal.
That's everybody's goal, but it's not a good goal. The goal is how much do you need to make, by when do you need to make it, and break it down how you're going to make it.
That's what we spoke about in the first episode, actually, was a lot of people start businesses for the wrong reason. That's why we named it why not everyone should start a business. And it's because a lot of people, we spoke about the fact that a lot of people have the passion. A lot of people don't, but the ones that do, they'll start a business because they have the passion, but they don't do their research. They don't, you know what I mean? They don't actually look to other people and go, okay, what are you doing? A lot of them just go, let me just start this because, like we said, a lot of times on YouTube, you look up a video on, how to start a business, and they make it as like the easiest thing ever. It's you know how much stuff you have to pay between taxes, between licenses, that's the stuff they don't tell you about in a way.
Well, there's a lot of knowledge you have to acquire and the people that you need to have in your network in order to be successful long term, depending on the industry that you're in. So,
so they don't talk about the challenges sometimes, and so that's
right.
They
sugarcoat it better to say.
So some of the big challenges. First, create your strategic plan. What are the goals and how do you hit them? If that's not done, the business that does that statistically grows about 20 to 30% more quickly than the business that doesn't do that. So whether you are profitable or not, that's definitely a huge part in becoming profitable. So that's one thing. Another thing is marketing. So someone says, hey, I need to get leads, therefore I'm going to do marketing. And here's what they do. They say, who do I know who does marketing? And so then they find the person who does marketing, and maybe that person who does marketing is really good at, just say, social media, Facebook.
One aspect of marketing.
And that aspect, so like if you, let's say you're a Facebook person, I go to you and say, hey, I'm starting my business. Can you help me? Would Facebook help? You say, yeah, statistically.
Yeah, I'm a Facebook person. So I go, yeah,
You wanna get paid, yeah.
technically, yeah.
And whether or not you get paid, I mean, statistically, Facebook helps.
Exactly.
Well,
Yeah.
statistically across all industries, across all businesses, but what if my business is absolutely horrendous for Facebook?
Yeah.
But you have maybe not researched my industry specifically.
Exactly,
You just
yeah.
know Facebook works. So I go to you, you help me, then I invest this money, and then I end up wasting my money because I put it in a form of marketing
Yep.
that isn't where my ideal client is. And so that's going to be a problem. So that's a problem from a marketing perspective. The business owner needs to understand who is their ideal client, how do I connect with that ideal client, and who's the best marketing person to help with that form of marketing, whether it's
Exactly.
email or Facebook or SEO, like ranking on Google
Yep.
or whatever. So there's that. Another thing, can I give you another one?
Oh, sure.
All right. So,
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
give us
so,
Oh yeah,
nuggets
so
of
this
gold
is
for
for
the
the
audience.
viewers at the end of the day. Yeah.
so strategic plan is the first thing I said. What are you trying to hit? Figure it out.
Yep. Figure it out.
Second thing is going to be marketing. Make sure you're not blowing it where your audience isn't.
Exactly.
And then the third thing I would say is your positioning. So this is huge for sales. So I do marketing, right? I own a marketing agency. You own a marketing agency, right? And so we both provide marketing services. So if someone comes to us and they say, why should I use you versus you?
Yeah.
Well, what's the answer to that?
Exactly.
So
what are you special? What are you specializing in?
Right.
Yeah.
So
What do you do different?
For example, some businesses, so we're both in Pensacola, all right? So some businesses, if you did a search online for marketing agencies that do website design, I'll tell you, I don't know if it's half exactly, but a ton of them. You could do this search any city. They're going to say often, we are creative